Happy Pride, everybody. Welcome to City Hall. And I know we've all been waiting for this moment, so let's welcome Mayor Cahill.
Thank you, Wangari. Thank you, everybody. I want to do one thing before we get started, and that is to just note that 80 years ago today, the freedom of the world was at risk, and the Allied invasion of France to drive back the Nazis took place. And if you think about it, it was a whole lot of freedom-loving people, many young, who had to storm the beach at Normandy or drop down by parachute, and many from Beverly and other nearby communities. Many of them survived and came home and lived great lives and helped build our communities. Too many were lost on that day. So I just want to ask us to a brief moment of silence to honor that sacrifice, and really one of the more historically important days in all of history. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to our Chief of Staff, Jocelyn Ruel-Kursker. Before I do, I just want to say it is awesome to see so many people here and to see all the colors, because this is our celebration of Pride in Beverly. Jocelyn is going to come up and read a land acknowledgement statement. Jocelyn, please.
Thank you. This program takes place on the unceded ancestral lands of the Namkeg and Pawtucket bands of the Massachusetts tribe, from whom the Commonwealth of Massachusetts took its name. With deep respect and gratitude, we acknowledge the indigenous caretakers of these lands and waters who have lived here for thousands of years and who live here in diverse indigenous communities today. Thank you.
Thank you, Wangari, so I'm not lost here. So listen, as I said, lots of great color here in the crowd. This is Pride. This is a day to celebrate. In Beverly, our LGBTQIA community, all of our LGBTQIA friends and family and people who have people in their lives who they care about and want to celebrate, in this community, everybody is valued, everybody is celebrated, everybody is welcomed, everybody is safe. And so I know that's not the case everywhere, and I know it's not guaranteed anywhere. So while we celebrate today, and I'm really excited to see everybody here, and eventually after we hear from some of our really talented young folks, eventually we're going to go ahead and put the flag up. By the way, I just want you to know, the Pride flag went up mid-Friday afternoon, because Jocelyn said, hey, we're going home for the weekend and it's going to be June 1st tomorrow. Should we wait till Monday? I said, heck no, we don't wait till Monday. Let's get that flag up and celebrate. So thank you, Jocelyn, for making sure of that. And just so you know, we brought it down just about an hour ago so we can all raise it up and celebrate together this afternoon. But listen, this is an incredible day and gathering. And as I said, Pride Month is a time to celebrate. We all live in this amazing community. We all deserve and need to have it be fully open and fully available to all of us. So as I said, no guarantees, so we always have to fight to ensure that rights are kept paramount, that every single person in our community, whoever they are, every single person in our community is valued, is safe, and has opportunities to live the best life they know how. So with that, I'm going to turn it to our Human Rights Commission, who do amazing work throughout the year. I know we've got a number of if you're from the Human Rights Committee, come on up, or at least raise your hand, stand up if you're Human Rights Committee, give a wave. And I know some of you are going to come up to the microphone, and here you are.
Hi, everyone. I am the high school representative of the Human Rights Committee, which is a committee through Beverly, which talks about different ways that Beverly can be diverse and different ways that we can accept and celebrate our unique differences and diversities with all of our citizens. And we kind of co-ran this show right now, which is very exciting. This is my first year on this committee. I'm a couple months in, and I'm so excited to be a part of this. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. This is such an amazing turnout. I'm so grateful that I live in a community where like everybody is so accepting and so loving and willing to come out on a Thursday afternoon and miss chorus concerts and miss awards nights at BHS and come support Pride. So I'll give it off to Gabrielle Montevecchi.
I'm so thrilled to see so many friends and neighbors here tonight. I'm really just a preview of coming attractions because Dr. Trocheck and Dr. Morgan have some more exciting news to share and remarks to share with you. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for supporting the Human Rights Committee. We are always looking for members to join us. We would love to have you come and join and see what we do, support this work. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to the mayor for supporting this work, to Wangari, and I would like to introduce you to Mindy DiPolito.
Hello, thank you for being here. I was going to turn it over to my fellow Human Rights Committee colleagues to share some remarks. I wasn't originally planning on saying anything, but I was on a webinar earlier this week, and there were some sobering statistics shared, and I was reflecting on some of what I was seeing on this webinar that I'm going to share a little bit. So can you guys hear me okay? According to the Trevor Project, which is, they conduct a national survey on the mental health of LGBTQ young people, fewer than 40% found their home to be LGBTQ affirming. So if you do the math, that means way more than half do not feel they live in a house where they are affirmed. And so, that underscores the importance of our community coming together to raise this flag today. To raise this flag publicly and together. While we can't control what happens in folks' homes, we can send a message here, and we can work to ensure that our schools, our public spaces, and policies in Beverly are affirming. They are affirming, especially to trans and non-binary folks who really need our support more than ever right now. So this flag is a message of support, affirmation, and validation. And it's also, let it be a reminder of the work that remains that we need to work together to do. Thank you. And so now I'd like to introduce Dr. Trocheck and Dr. Trocheck, just her.
Got it. All right. I get lots of jobs on my way up here. Gabrielle told me I'm doing remarks, so it's really awesome. First of all, I want a special thanks to Asher for my flag because I was walking in and he did a great job handing these out as we were coming in. And just first of all, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us here as we celebrate diversity, inclusion, and pride. And I think it's every year I come, and the crowd gets a little bit bigger every year and a little more colorful, and I think it's awesome, and I'm so glad to be a part of being here. I want to recognize a couple of people. Representative Jerry Paracella is here to join us. And I believe that City Councilor Hannah Bowen is in the crowd. And I'm not sure if there are any other elected. Mayor Cahill is obviously here. Who else? Oh, yes. Yep, Councilor Spang. Judy Spang's over there. Thank you for being here. All right. So it's Danielle Spang. Danielle Spang. I went to college with Judy Spang. That's Danielle Spang, everybody. Woo! All right, awesome. And my job here today was to introduce the student speakers that we have here. The first student, I'll name them up. If you could come up so everyone will know who you are, and then you can come up one by one and do your speaking. So we have every level represented here today, which I think is awesome. We have from the Hannah Elementary School, rightfully so, Hannah Edelstein. Hannah? Come on up, Hannah. Come stand right here with me. Awesome job. Oh, it says Hannah. They're killing me here today. Just so you know. All right, from Beverly Middle School, Olive Casey. It is Olive, right? right. And from Beverly High School, we have Kayla Simon, Braden Willenbrock, and Emerson Jackson Barnett. And so I'm going to turn the mic over to all of you and let you speak. Yes, we're going to put it down for you, Clara.
We can go right up here.
All right, you can do this. You can pass it right down the list. All right, there you go.
When I think of pride, I think about being proud of who you are. We should think about spreading pride to others. Pride is about showing kindness to yourself and others. We should be kind every day. Pride is also about embracing who you are and not just being what society wants. Pride is also about colors that show that you should be allowed to love who you love, and spreading that love to others and embracing yourself. Thank you.
Fabulous job. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olive Casey, and I'm a 6th grader at Beverly Middle School. There will not be a magic day when we wake up and it's now okay to express ourselves publicly. We make that day by doing things publicly until it's simply the way things are, said Senator Tammy Baldwin. I agree with this quote because I think that it's going to take hard work and effort to get there. Last year, in my speech for the Beverly Pride flag raising, I said that I thought BMS created a safe and welcoming environment for all people. This year, my opinion has changed. Although the BMS teachers and staff seem to be doing their best, I think this year has felt much worse. I started to hear my peers use gay as an insult more and more often. Kids' views on issues are usually shaped by the people around them. It seems like some kids at BMS are learning to use hateful language or to think of being gay as a bad thing. It's important that we as a community take steps to counteract this. We need to use our voices constantly and consistently let the young people of Beverly know that it's okay to be exactly who they are. We should have more education from advocates and allies about being accepting and loving of queer people. The adults at school that I feel most safe with are the ones who have rainbow flags in their classrooms or stickers on their badges. We also need more lessons at school on how to be an upstander instead of a bystander. If more students use their voices to correct kids using gay as an insult, those kids would be less likely to do it. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up here today to support queer people and students in Beverly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Braden Willenbrock. I am a junior at Beverly High School. Who here is afraid of something? You can raise your hands. Go ahead. Yeah. So most of us. Fear is a protective emotion created by millennia of evolution and survival instinct. It's meant to protect us. Sometimes, however, fear can grow and institutionalize to the point where it's no longer truly a fear. It's a form of discrimination. Take homophobia and transphobia, for example. The suffix phobia insinuates that it's just a fear of homosexual and transgender people. But that's not the case. While homophobia and transphobia might have been seeded as fears of LGBTQ people, they have grown into systematic barriers that prohibit people from gender-affirming care, access to consumer goods based off of religious belief, and in some cases, their lives. According to the Trevor Project, more than 39% of LGBTQ youth seriously considered suicide in the past year, 49% of which were transgender and gender nonconforming. Additionally, nearly half of the LGBTQ youth reported bullying or harassment in the past year. To put this into perspective, I ask you to look to your left and to look to your right. At least one of these people would have experienced bullying if they were a queer-identified individual. According to the Human Rights Committee, about 8% of the population identifies as LGBTQ. Assuming that there are, I'm taking Beverly High School for example, assuming that there are 900 students at Beverly High School, that means at least 180 of them identify as LGBTQ. Now, obviously, not everyone is out, and some people might not even know yet, but for those who are forced into silence and those who might not know, it is our responsibility to make our society as accepting as we can. This starts with conquering the phobia of LGBTQ people. This can look like calling out homophobic and transphobic rhetoric or consoling us and supporting a friend who is struggling. Beverly has come a long way in terms of celebration and acceptance, but there's still a long way to go. Thank you. we, we, as the citizens of Beverly, the change makers of the next generation, who stand on the shoulders of Marsha P. Johnson, Harvey Milk, Sylvia Rivera, Bayard Rustin, Emily Dickinson, Matthew Shepard, and Audre Lorde, we must prepare our shoulders for the next generation. I implore you to stand up and take that first step. I implore you to call out that friend who makes gay jokes, to reach out to your gay friends, to engage in dialogue with people of all ages, allowing a variety of voices to educate you and those around you. I implore you to do the work that makes Beverly a more supportive and loving community for your loved ones living in the shadows. Thank you.
Nice job. Before I give it to Kayla, did I say your last name wrong? Tell me the room.
It's Simone.
Simone. All right. See, I have to make my corrections when I can.
Okay, bear with me. Good afternoon. If anyone doesn't remember me from last year, my name is Kayla Simone. My pronouns are she, her, and I am a proud lesbian woman. As of last year, thank you. As of last year, I was extremely fresh to the community, coming out 6 months before the speech. I've been fully out since January 2023 and have never felt more comfortable in my skin. However, this feeling of self-security and confidence didn't happen naturally to me. Entirely, it was because of the people who I'm surrounded myself with. I believe in the quote, "To be loved is to be changed." I don't know where that quote originated, as I found it on TikTok somewhere, but it sticks with me daily. Because it is true that being loved is an action that changes you. More importantly, the human connection and those whom you share your most vulnerable moments, hopes, and dreams. Now, this act of being loved comes entirely different for the LGBTQ+ community. Unfortunately, in the world, people still discriminate and exhaust hate into the world for simply trying to be you. Whether it is two girls holding hands down a city street, two guys kissing each other at the light pole, a transgender woman who is being gawked at for wearing dress and high heels, a masculine woman who has decided to go to the barber to get a manly haircut. The list goes on. No matter where we go, hate follows us, which comes back to my quote, "To be loved is to be changed." Not many people are fortunate to be born into accepting and loving families, and I can't imagine what that must feel like, but that must not stop you from fulfilling love and happiness. First, you should always love yourself before you seek love. Once you are ready, it will come to you. But when you find that security and comfort of being loved, all that hate that surrounds you in the world suddenly feels insignificant. We become more resilient to strangers who may stare at us in disgust or make comments under their breath. Because of all the love you are surrounded with daily, feelings of resilience, courage, and fortitude comes easily to you. As Harvey Milk said, if you are not personally free to be yourself in the most important of human activities, the expression of love, then life itself loses its meaning. So my speech to all of you who are fully out, closeted, questioning, all of the above, go and seek that feeling of love, because love is all around us, whether it's in the comfort of our family or those who we meet throughout life. And they just may make life feel a little bit easier. And today, because of that love I endured, I can express how incredibly grateful I am for my girlfriend. I am incredibly grateful for my friends who I have met who have stuck with me. And I'm so grateful for the family who loves and accepts me for who I am. And thank you to everyone who decided to be present today. You are all so loved, and I am so proud to be one of the many people to represent this flag today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. And Emerson.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Emerson Jackson Barnett, and I'm a junior at Beverly High School, and I'm incredibly honored to be speaking tonight to honor a part of my identity that I am incredibly proud of. By definition, pride is a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements, the achievements of those with whom one is closely associated, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. The purpose of Pride Month is to honor the queer community and acknowledge the long-standing history that is the fight for LGBTQ+ rights. Today, we are celebrating how far we have come, not only as a local community, but as a society. I could stand here and talk about the things us queer individuals still struggle with, or the discrimination we still continue to face, but I'd rather honor our accomplishments. Barbara Giddings, known to many as the mother of the gay rights movement, once said, "Equality means more than passing laws. The struggle is really won in the hearts and minds of the community where it really counts. Together we are strongest, and unity within our community is what keeps us thriving." Many of you here today may have learned about the Stonewall Uprising, but our history does not start there. From sapphic poets to openly gay politicians, it is evident that queer people have always been around and always will be. I thank those from past generations who fought tooth and nail to exist peacefully within society, because without them, I would not be standing here today. It is safe to say that the LGBTQ+ community is one of the loudest and proudest groups of people out there. During a month where we are celebrated, it is important to emphasize that Pride Month is for all queer people, not just those who are open about who they are. I have been out as a lesbian since I was 14 years old, and 3 years later, I am fortunate enough to be surrounded by some of the most loving and accepting friends and family. Many queer people do not have the luxury of being as vocal as I get to be, so today I'd like to take the time to honor those frequently overlooked. Happy Pride Month to queer youth who continue to find themselves, older members of the community who found themselves later in life, those who are in the closet, those who struggle with their identity, those without a label because labels can be hard, queer people who aren't vocal about their sexuality, transgender, non-binary, and gender-fluid people who have been the targets of many homophobic and transphobic legislation passed in these last few years, queer women of color who have likely faced struggles and triumphs similar to my own, disabled and neurodivergent queer people, lesbians, those who are told they don't look gay, or those who are told they look too gay. Anyone who has been told it's okay to be gay, but don't make it your whole personality. And most importantly, queer Palestinian martyrs whose names we must remember. This list could go on, and these are only a few examples of the vastness of our beautiful community. To those still figuring themselves out, I wish you the best of luck. Your journey will not be linear, but remember those who came before you and how amazing it is to be gay. To all my queer people here today, you are loved and you are worthy. If nobody is proud of who you are, I always will be, and I will continue to root for you. Hug your queer friends today. Thank you so much, and happy Pride Month.
Thank you. You want your flag? All right. Thank you very much. I just want to say, I don't know if you can ever hear braver or stronger or more joyful voices. I'm so proud of all of you folks for coming here today. We're proud of you every day, and we love you every day. So I hope you know that and feel that. And I appreciate all of your comments and your remarks. And I think it's, you know, everything is a work in progress, but we need to continue to do that work. So I thank you for that, too.
Thank you. All right. Students were absolutely amazing, and trying to follow that up is almost impossible, but I have some words that I wanted to share with you. My name is Wangari Fahari. I'm your Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Director for the last year, so this is my second Pride flag raising. Happy Pride Month, everybody. From the bottom, thank you. I love you too. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you to our leadership, schools, community, and all our neighbors for joining hands on this very special day. Today I'm building on forward movement in honor of the Progress Pride flag, arrow pointing to the right, to show forward movement and illustrating that progress towards inclusivity still needs to be made. This evening, I would like to talk about why Pride Month is important to us here in Beverly and why Beverly chooses to wave the Progress Pride flag. Pride Month is Beverly's way of connecting and fostering connected communities. Pride Month is about allyship, acceptance, equality, celebrating the work of LGBTQ people, fostering spaces for education in LGBTQ+ history, and raising awareness of issues affecting the LGBTQ+ community. Pride Month for us is all about being proud of who you are, no matter who you love. Why is Beverly waving the Progress Pride flag? In our efforts to increase inclusivity during Pride Month, we have adapted raising the Progress Pride flag and opening spaces for community dialogues that better include and represent more communities. Acknowledging both sides of the story, the city decided that it is important to raise the Progress Pride flag. Over the years, some within our LGBTQ communities have believed that the Pride flag needed to better represent and reflect more communities. And so in 2017, we see the Philadelphia's Office of LGBT Affairs adding the black and brown stripes to the Pride flag to recognize people of color. 1 year later, an artist called Daniel Quesar, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Daniel Quesar, released a redesign of the Pride flag. That's the one we are going to be waving today. And it includes the black, brown, pink, pale blue, and white stripes to represent marginalized people of color in the LGBTQ community, as well as trans community, those living with HIV/AIDS, and for those who have been lost. The arrow points to the right to show forward movement, while being along the left edges shows that progress still needs to be made. As we've heard from our students today, we've come far, but I believe that there's still so much we can continue to do together, whether it's in education, learning, extending love, and remaining strong and resilient as a community. Over the years, we've also seen some people within our communities that say that Gilbert Baker's pride flag didn't need to be changed, arguing that it was originally designed to be representative of everyone. But others, including Daniel Kesar, say that the Progress pride flag wasn't intended to replace the original and argued that it was important to represent marginalized communities. Our municipality chooses to take suggestions from the public, boards, and commissions, and the mayor selects those flags that present the image that the city of Beverly wishes to project. Our intention is not for our flagpoles to serve as forum for free expression by the public, but rather for approved flags that may be flown as an expression of the city's official sentiments. We understand and respect the diversity of our city, and would like to invite all our residents to support the city's effort to make Pride Month more inclusive. Together, let us raise the Progress Pride flag as a sign of allyship, a community that stands together with our LGBTQ+ and celebrates diversity in unity. Thank you, Mayor Michael Cahill, our Beverly Public Schools, Beverly Public Library, our Human Rights Committee, and deepest gratitudes to Senator Lovely, Representative Parisella, city leaders, police, Beverly Police, our Beverly LGBTQ and friends and neighbors, families, friends, North Shore LGBTQ leaders, NAGLI, everyone is here, and for those who have led for decades shaping these celebrations and calls to actions for many, many years. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Let us gather on the right side of the building by our City Hall steps to raise the Progress Pride flag for year 2024. Once the flag is up, once the flag is up, we will remain on the City Hall steps for a group picture taken by our Constituent Services Director, Rani Jacobson. As we prepare to proceed, please move with care as you navigate your way to the flagpole. Happy Pride Month, and thank you for your love and support. One more announcement for you, please. Thank you.
Becky. All right, we're here. We have one more announcement we wanted to share with all of you and invite all of you to join for this year for the first time.
Yes!
The Beverly Public Schools will have representatives marching in the North Shore Pride Parade. Did I get that right?
On June 22nd, I want to invite everybody who is here today to join our students, faculty, and friends to walk with us on North Shore Pride. Please be there. We will be holding a banner representing BPS. If I could ask you guys to see our friend Dr. Morgan. Wave, Dr. Morgan, if you would. He's a very tall individual, and when we line up on the 22nd, he'll be there to help get everybody organized. Please look for myself and Dr. Morgan on that day. We can't wait to see you there. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect.
Hey folks, anybody who's here, we'd love to have you in the picture. We'd love to have too many people to fit on those steps, so please come around if you want to be in the picture. We want you there. Hi everybody. What are we going to say? Happy Pride! Happy Pride! Happy Pride! Wait a minute, we got more pictures to take. Keep smiling. Ronnie, wave. Ronnie, wave. All right, everybody look at Ronnie. Raise the flag. Happy Pride! Happy Pride! So that picture will go on My Beverly 01915. If you have Facebook or anything, give it a look. Feel free to take it, share it. Right? Oh, we got to raise the flag now, too. Yeah.
I know, I love that.
Who wants to do it? Oh, we got a volunteer.